Piglin Rain was my first good one. This is when I first started using replay mode. It's only got 42 views now, but at the time, that's still double the amount of views I had before then. I then proceeded to double it again, the 2 videos after, but you know. This is when I first actually found my style. It's the overall will be overridden with zombie. I was told, however, that one of my friends just didn't watch it because this part, the intro, just sounded too much like Dream. That's a horrible reason to say I'm not watching this. I think I'm too calm.
So they don't die
Like, it's all in the same, light tone. Like, why is this starting at night time? This isn't fair. I don't know what I'm doing.
Coming close.
That part was cool. I actually just used replay mode to spectate a zombie. So that's what that perspective is. This is just exported with shaders. Normally what I do for my replay mods. So I'll always export 2 versions. One of which is the shader replay mod, and the other version is just a normal replay mod. Then I'll put the shader version at 50% opacity. So it gives it a cool effect where you can actually see stuff. Because this one's on full bright. Like here, you can't really see what's going on because it's too dark. Although, an interesting thing, this is not the final version of the video. I uploaded the wrong version. The final version is this one, but I exported that in 480p instead of the normal ones. So the real version of this scene just kind of has the scenes of me mining but come in faster. Yeah, there, see? In this version, it doesn't come in until... Yeah, there it is.
I don't think I'm going to go back to time so much.
That was the old version of it, and then I even included a plug to subscribe in it, which no one saw because no one watched this version. Also, I was doing some weird panning thing with this, which I don't think I really like.
Obviously, I could just.
Like, it was a cool idea because the scenes are coming in from over there, then over there, so the sound should match it, but it just I don't like it. Yeah, this part is kind of where it started getting messed, because I am horrible with directions. I'm getting better nowadays, but I'm normally horrible with directions. That's why I made the T, so I don't lose it. I still lost it. I couldn't find it whatsoever. I just died and ended up respawning back there. Well, that's quite cool. I think I'm spending a long time on the bits where I normally wouldn't spend a long time on anymore. Like getting food, I normally would spend like 10 seconds maybe showing me doing that instead of like 2 minutes. Honestly, I reckon had I edited this video now, it would have probably been like 12 minutes, 12 or 14 minutes.
Find
a lot of this just doesn't need to be in there.
No, that's...
Okay, this part was weird because I was panicking because I thought there was like 50 different piglins in this area and zombie piglins in this area, and I just hit one and no, they're all gonna be on me, all 50 of them. I then went round in the replay mode afterwards. There was only 2, but it felt like 50. But so I tried to frame replay mode like there was more than just 2, because that's what I thought there was. There was only 2 piglins in the whole place. See, this a scene like this would be where full bright comes in handy. See, what I do nowadays for hearts in replay mode is I just keep the hotbar down here. Interestingly, I didn't do that, and I put the hearts up there for some reason. Why did I do that? That just doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, this video just goes on for so long, and I feel like it would have made a much better video if it was just like 12 minutes instead of 20. Because there's just so much that doesn't need to be here. I could have gone to Nether in this video, and I recognised it while I was recording. But the problem is, it was in the big mining montage, and the problem with that is, I knew I wanted some montage there, and if I just kind of interrupt the montage halfway through, just go to the Nether, first off, that would ruin the montage. Secondly, I had this whole big idea planned where I'm trying to build a Nether with the sky open, with piglins raining down on me, and I was trying to build it. See, I think the main problem is, I go into these videos with cool ideas for very specific scenes that just don't end up happening. Dimension shift, in my latest video, the concept that made me run with the video was I'd be getting wood, and then oh no, suddenly I'm in a bastion and I have to try and survive, and that never happened in the video. But it was still made for a cool video. a lot of the time I go in with ideas for stuff that will probably never happen, and that's why that's never. Also, I said this, and I feel like this was a mistake. Not because it didn't hit 10 likes, but I was happy to do a part 2. That was actually quite a fun challenge. The problem is, some people seem to take this as a standard for all of my videos. So when I died in the next big challenge, which wasn't that fun, I got a comment saying, hey, can you do a part 2, please? I want a part 2. You promised it last time. And I was like, okay, the last one didn't hit 10 likes, let's do 10 likes. And it hit 10 likes, and that was a problem because I didn't want to do it. And I didn't think it would hit 10 likes, the last one didn't. So that video was not a fun video to record. I did it, don't get me wrong, but it took me like 2 weeks to even get around to recording it. Honestly, that video was a lot better than all my others before that. But compared to my newer stuff, I don't know where it would stand with my newer stuff because I haven't ranked that yet. For now, I'll put it in B. Maybe A. Like, at the time, it was such a good video, but it was just so boring now. But, I don't know. Like, compared to what I know my new content is, that was just such a boring video. So I'll just put it at B. The next video, however, the next one's a weird one, I'm gonna be honest. So basically, I wanted to keep making videos after my last one. The problem with that is I didn't have another idea. So what I did, I just kind of started working on something, like, in my spare time. I don't even really remember recording this, but it took 3 days to make an edit. I edited it while recording it. It's not like any of my other videos. Okay, first off, I got on louder, which is good. All my others were so quiet. But if you craft and shoot a crossbow without shooting, that does mean I had to tone myself down. You get 2 I am still holding that writing script. So I procrastinate like three days consistently just to do an intro of a video. So also, I do really like the style of this video because it's like most documentary styles are completely scripted, like after you know what the answer is. So it's like, hey, this is a bunch of math, and that's how we found the answer. Whereas this is like, I want to find this answer, and you're coming along with me. Which I feel is probably bad for attention if they just want to know the answer, but I really like that concept, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this video. I'm talking a lot about stuff that doesn't really need to be talked about, I feel. There we go. That's the most advancements I could get. Also, I shouldn't have said this, because possibly get. A lot of people just dropped off here because they thought that was the end of the video. It wasn't, right? Well, yes, but there's a much easier way to do it. I was just kind of looking away, I wasn't even paying attention, but that was a weird one. I don't really know how I feel about it because it's just so hard to compare it to my other content because it's just nothing like it whatsoever. Honestly, I liked the style I was going for, I don't like how I executed it. There's just too much pausing. Like, I feel like a lot of those lines, if I had just kind of written them down and then said them all at once, it would have worked a lot better. Like when I'm explaining how to do that, I reckon if I had written them down and then said it in one go, that would have just been so much better. I didn't. For that, it's gonna go for C. Because it's a lot higher quality than all my others. Like, at least all the ones down here. But it's just so different and so poorly optimized, then it's gonna have to stay in a C. Next one. Vape was a good one. I still like Vape, to be fair. This is when I started optimizing all of the stuff more, so something new actually happens. It's also my most popular video ever. Well, not ever, we don't talk about lawnmower. But this one's cool. Okay, first off, starting it with a problem. This intro sucked. So many people just dropped off because it just started with 8 seconds of just boring gameplay. Literally, if you go into analytics, you can visibly see when it changes to the actual intro, just where it smooths out there. I will say though, with this twist, it's annoying because it's not a good twist and it doesn't immediately happen at the start, apart from in the intro, obviously. Had it not been for the intro, you wouldn't see how a break actually worked for another like 2-3 minutes. I did make sure to keep talking about skeletons so they didn't forget and they actually see what the problem is. Get this kind of mark to start my new style. Oh god, here it is. Okay, yeah, see, I feel like I could have done a better reaction to that because I was just like, oh no, here it is. rather than an actual, like, I don't know, or something like that. This plugin was so poorly optimized just because it kind of had to be for what I wanted, that I was literally at every key moment I was going like maybe 1 frame every 2 seconds, just because it was breaking so many blocks and dropping them all. It's a cool idea, don't get me wrong, it's just not good for my computer. It's not because I have a bad computer or anything, it's just because the code's just bad. Oh yeah, I was so happy with this video just because this is the furthest I've ever gotten. Like, I didn't even get that far in this video. I think I just made it to Nether, but that's the furthest I've ever gotten in an actual video. Here's the thing, when I'm making twists, like when I'm coming up with the ideas, I don't like just doing easy twists, like, oh wow, hey guys, walking gives you OP loot, you should walk and then you win. I try to find twists that can help you, but also are a big problem. Like, arrow break, sure you get loads of blocks, but you also die, probably. Yeah, that's how I come up with the ideas for them, because I'm not good enough to just do a solely negative twist. Oh, okay, this part has an interesting story, because here's the thing. I had a very specific idea of what I wanted the song for this video to be, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, I couldn't find anything that would resemble it. Basically, what I wanted was something along the lines of Unfold by Paul Robinson, which is just like a big explosion of sound with big, heavy drums. And be so cool for that video, but I just couldn't find one, so I just ended up with something really bassy. And I don't know how I feel about that. So, really strange fact, that piglin there, that's a recurring villain. That piglin was the same one to give me trouble, like, on the bridge and, like, several other times. I also did encounter it in Arrow Break 2, but I cut it out because it just wouldn't make sense to new viewers. Is any of my... I'm definitely getting better at actually talking, because I'm like, oh no, they got me! Oh no! Instead of like, oh no, help. I am in trouble. In danger, even. Which is what I was doing in, like, Piglin Rain and stuff. Can't believe that's an actual Minecraft term. I hate how that's the last thing I say. That's pretty much the last thing I say in this whole video. Is I can't believe spleef is an actual Minecraft term. And I don't know what it means. Like, I would have normally not kept that line in, but because I die immediately after, I kind of had to. And I'm so mad about that. Honestly, Arrow Break Part 1 is so good. Honestly, that's probably my best video. Understandably, they wanted a part 2. This video wasn't that fun a video to make. I didn't want to make a part 2. Like the fool I was, I said yes for 10 likes. It destroyed 10 likes. Jesus Christ, I should have made it higher. But yeah, then I had to make part 2, which wasn't fun. I genuinely procrastinated like 2 weeks before I made it. Eventually, I did make it. That was a mistake. Not only is it my worst performing video of my new stuff, it also was a pain to edit. Jesus Christ, I spent 10 hours recording it. I didn't want to make it, but I knew I had to make it good. Also, I knew this video wouldn't do well with the general audience because, well, it's part 2. You haven't seen the part 1 yet, why would you like this? So basically, I just took 3 completely creative liberties, which is why this intro is not like any of the others, and I really like it. Because these are all scenes from part 1, but just framed like so completely differently. Also, that effect there, which I did to make it look old. See that effect there? Do you guys want to know what that effect was? It was bedrock. I literally just opened Minecraft and filmed a bunch of bedrock and made it opaque. That's all I did for that effect. Also, this song is so fitting, I love it. When I was searching for music to use for this intro, I heard this song and I immediately knew this is the scene I want in this bit. Like, for the stairs. Because this scene was, I don't know, this music bit was so cool with the bridge. Well, honestly, the only reason this was only in here because I needed time for the music to play out. Because I didn't actually have the whole thing planned. And I knew I wanted certain bits to be in certain places. Like, but other than that, I didn't know what to do for any of it. So that's the reason why there are some weird scenes like that. I was a lot more free with this video than I normally let myself be. Just because I know no one's gonna watch it. This is why I hate making part 2s. This video, until I just watched it now, literally had less views than the Arrow Break video had likes. Which, again, I was kind of expecting that. considering I released it a month after. No one's going to remember about that video, but I knew I had to make it because it hit the like goal. That's why I just didn't want to make this video. Because again, if a skeleton shoots by the portal room, that's my portal gone. And I have to make another one. I've heard that line so much just because it bloody taunts me every time, because that's exactly what happened. Sorry. There's a funny story with this bit. This bit here, I actually died immediately after, but we just don't talk about it. Hang on, I'll see if I can find the clip. No. This is the wrong one. It's edited slightly different, but am I just gonna die again? I'm just gonna die again, I am so good at the game. Never mind. That's what actually happened in that clip. I was actually really scared at this point, because I've already been going for like 3 hours or so. Maybe 5 hours, I don't know. This was a like 10-hour long recording. This was just so close to death. That's probably what almost killed me there. If you look carefully here, I placed the lava to put it on fire, which was smart. And then instead of shielding, I accidentally picked up the lava again, and that let the whole thing get another hit on. Like I did that like 2 other times. And then I finally got my shield out. Had I messed up the lava once more, that would have been it all gone. Yeah, I'm just so happy that didn't kill me. Yeah. Oh yeah, this bit. I feel like this bit would have been confusing. Like, why did I hit him? He had the gold, not the other piglin. I needed to kill him to get the gold back, because babies don't trade. They just kind of take it. Problem is, I forgot swords had sweeping edge now. So, I tried to hit the baby to kill it. The sweeping edge got the bloody other guy. Honestly, this bit was done. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot what the challenge was. So I just kind of tried to shoot him, and I tried to play it off as just a risky move, but I just didn't remember the challenge. Wait, this song, there's a story behind this song, because it's not one that I found online. I made this song. It wasn't for this. I just kind of stole the instrumental. But this is like a full-on song that I have. I knew the instrumental of the chorus would work so perfectly with me shooting the arrow up that I just couldn't not use it. I obviously did try to find something better, but I just couldn't. Okay. This was like 10 hours in. Like 9 hours, I think. Yeah. Okay, this could either be suicide or a smart. Get out. And wait for it to land. Honestly, I probably could have found a more suitable thing if I tried.
Now, it should cover a big enough area.
But I mean, I knew it wouldn't be copyrighted, so why wouldn't I use it? No, honestly, I'm gonna let this play out in a second. Okay, I'm really amazed about that part, purely because I didn't drop any frames. And that's like the only time I think I've been shot by an arrow and lost no frames whatsoever. And it was the one important time, which is... Yeah. I actually went back to that world afterwards, like in replay mode, just to check the end portal, and I didn't have enough eyes anyway. I think I was like 1 out. It's annoying, but at least I know I wasn't like just there. I'd have still had to go for another few hours to even get to the end, so I'm not too mad about it. I think I'll put it in A, because it's not like my normal video. Like the start and everything is just not optimized for YouTube. In this scenario, I feel like it's a bad thing, because new audience don't care about this, because they didn't see the first one, which is why it got so little views. To be honest, I don't overly care about the views, but it's still a pain when you see a video like that do 14 views in between a 97 view video and a 76 view video. It's just a pain. Now for the new one. So as a bit of background before we start, this wasn't supposed to be a big upload. This video was literally intended just to be a video in between big uploads that I just post like a week after the last one, just so my channel doesn't die too hard. Problem is, it took a month to edit. It didn't go too well. This one, I really like the intro on this one, to be honest. This is probably my favourite intro, and I normally hate my own intros. To the same coordinates in the net. For context, the intro is normally the very last thing I do, and then the end, regardless of how safe that place would be, where it would take me. But this video was originally intended to be a live stream like this. I actually had everything prepared. I think I have the tweets here that prove it. And then my brother just wouldn't stop playing the clarinet. I can't sing this. So that was annoying. I couldn't actually stream with him there. So I don't know. I didn't want to make it a video because I didn't think it would work well with the pacing, because something new is happening every few minutes, so I thought it would just be better as a live stream. That was a horrible idea, first of all. The VOD's so boring to watch. I am actually really happy with how this video turned out, because for most of this video, I was using a completely different song for this intro, which just didn't really work. It kind of worked, but like not really. But the first 2 songs in this video, I think I changed like right at the last second, and it was the best choice I've ever made, I think. Over there, once I've switched, then I can get food. I think this is kind of where the video starts going downhill, because I didn't like it after this part, because it's all just kind of collecting stuff for like 2 minutes afterwards, which, I mean, this video did really well. Like, a lot better than I thought it would, but I think that's just because a lot of new people are finding me through this video. I think the main appeal with this video is that something new was happening like every 10 seconds, so people were kind of too scared to click off in case they missed something, which is amazing. That's like really good for retention, but yeah, you're good. You're not giving me anything good. See, this is the closest thing to a fight scene I think this video has, which I don't really like, because it's literally just me trading with piglins over intense music. I just crafted all of my sugarcane into sugar. That's the reason I lost. I didn't think it at the time. I didn't think it would be important. That is literally the reason I lost. Had I not had that, I could have fireworked up the end island and survived that way. That bit. So basically, I needed a song that was only like 2-3 seconds long and just really intense. I couldn't find one, so I made that myself specifically for that. It wasn't that good, I'm gonna be honest. It's literally just, hang on, I'm pretty sure it was literally just that, and then just put some weird effect on it. I think the main problem with this video is I can't like actually commit to any fights, because I just get teleported away after like a minute. Yes it is. So it's this way, right? I just need to get to 0-0 to find the end dragon. Oh, I'm not. That line was added in. Sometimes I add in lines a lot, just because otherwise you have no idea what I was doing. So I just recorded that line afterwards. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this bit. Again, every time I play the song, it feels like a massive risk to attention. Like, especially here, which is like a huge, massive Ender Dragon fight. It's the only Ender Dragon fight I've ever done on this channel. and I just put this music over. But I knew I didn't want like really generic, intense battle music, because that's just a boring way to end it. Like, everyone does that. This part was bloody stupid. Okay, so first of all, you can see how far away I am from the Enderman. Like here. There's no way they caught up to me in that, and then they killed me in the overworld, but I don't know what happened, because mobs don't teleport with you. I actually coded it like that once, that made it for a cool TikTok, but they don't, so... Oh yeah, this part was fucked up. So basically, I switched to my perspective on that section. So basically, I tabbed out of half of the unedited thing. It's literally just me waiting in the end to get switched, because I can't do anything. I'm in the void. I just thought this was going to be another time that. So I'm just sitting here, yeah. not able to do anything. I am not just going to sit here and just watch the Ender Dragon, because I didn't think anything would happen. Recording everything? Yeah. So I was checking I was recording everything. I hear the dragon. I couldn't see it, and for whatever reason, when you're tabbing into Minecraft, it just stays as a black screen for a few seconds. So I didn't even get what happened on the video. Luckily I was using replay mode. I had like a split second to react. I didn't think to go get blocks. I probably didn't have any in my inventory. So what happened? I just jumped off. I just jumped off and just flew, because that seemed like the only safe thing to do. That's exactly what happened. I think I tabbed in like just before it hit, so I didn't have any time to react whatsoever. I tried to get onto the obsidian. Can I get it? Yeah. Also, originally, in this bit, I had it switched to sad music, and it was just me giving up. Then I realised that's not really how I want to end a video, because that would just be sad. Final tier list. This video goes, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it was as good as OP Arrows. I feel like he was on par with the finale, so I'll just shove it there with the finale.